I've been thinking about it for a few days, and I feel like I need to say something about this sourdough unloaf that keeps popping up, as well as these sourdough influencers who keep breaking all of these sourdough rules. Before we do that, I need to put on my dad hat and go back to grade school and talk about choices and consequences. Most of the conversations around choice and consequences with my kids are focused around schoolwork. The way that I like to frame the conversation that makes sense to me is that you can choose your choice or you can choose your consequence, but you can't choose both. So let's say you want to get an A on your assignment, you choose your outcome. And when you choose your outcome, how to get that outcome is already determined for you. You cannot stray from this to get the outcome that you desire. Inversely, if you want to choose your choice, you can choose to, let's say, do the work halfway. But when you make that choice, you don't get a decision on what your outcome is. There isn't a situation where you do the work halfway and you get an A grade. Now, what does this have to do with the unloaf and breaking sourdough rules? What if I told you there are no rules with sourdough baking? There's only technique or methods. If you want to have that Instagram-worthy open crumb for your sourdough bread like this, there's a set method and technique that you need to follow to get there. If you instead want to do this unloaf method and not follow any of those techniques, you can make that choice. However, you don't really get a say in how your bread turns out. This is not me saying that the unloaf is like a C grade while an open interior is an A grade. I'm kind of thinking that was a bad example to lead off with. Both are valid loaves of sourdough bread because not everybody has the same sourdough goals. However, whatever your goals are, there are techniques associated with those goals. For me, I don't care about an open interior like that, so I don't follow many of those techniques. I follow the techniques necessary to get the bread that I want. So if you're happy with the unloaf method, you don't want to put in that work, that is fantastic. Personally, it's not for me, but who am I to tell you what kind of bread you should want to be baking?